Hello everyone, it's Deborah from deborahjackson.com.au, the home of Love Marketing, Love Business, Love Your Life. Today I have a little treat for you. When I take a client through a brand identity session to help them either develop a new brand name or to build on their existing brand, to create something that's truly unique, memorable, that resonates with their customers, they ask me why it's important to hire a graphic designer to bring their brand to life, versus just purchasing a common logo template from the internet. So today I'm very excited to introduce you to Kim Aldridge from New Wave Designs. You've been running your graphic design studio now for over 15 years. What gave you the inspiration to start your business in the first place?
I've always loved art and designy things. And when I left high school, it was I really wanted to go to the College of Art, but I was refused and knocked back, so I took my second choice, which was went off to uni and got a Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies.
Wow.
And during that time, I kept up my fine art by doing visual arts and also found marketing and PR. So I bundled everything together, and then I also did a short course in desktop publishing, which was just starting out then. And it all came together, that the marketing, the design and the commercial side of it was what I really wanted to do.
Wow.
So it was a bit of a path, but yeah, absolutely love doing design work for clients and seeing them really love their business and watch it grow.
So you were quite focused and passionate about design from the outset.
Yes.
But you just didn't know how that was all going to mix together to get you.
That's right. Well, when you're young, you don't know what's out there. So I love design, but how was I going to make a career and a job out of that? So yeah, when the commercial side and the advertising came into it, that's what I found was my passion.
Terrific. So when you started your business, what were some of the strategies that you used to get clients?
I found that the best way for me to get clients was great customer service. So 90% of my work will come through referrals, which is one of the best compliments you can get, I think.
Indeed.
So it's all about making life easy for your clients, going beyond what they ask you for, helping them pass the initial design stage and helping them liaise with their printers and their web designers, and so it's just going that extra step.
And giving them a complete, like a one-stop shop.
That's right.
Servicing of their design.
That's right.
Yeah.
And just making life easy. Business owners don't have time.
When we're talking about business owners, why should business owners and entrepreneurs hire a graphic designer instead of looking at all those logo templates that you find on the internet?
Well, most of those templates come from overseas, so you're going to be dealing with an overseas person, which you're going to run into communication barriers, language, different time zones, cultural differences. They're not going to understand what you want. So you really only get one chance to have a good first impression, so you want to make the most of it. So by using a professional graphic designer, they'll lead you through the whole design process. They'll ask the right questions, they'll steer you in the right direction, suggest things to improve on what your original. So you just get so much more than you would with a template design, which somebody else might end up with the same design, just change the words. And it's not. You can't customise it in any way.
No.
So.
Well, when I'm working with my clients on their branding strategy, I always say to them, you want something unique and memorable, and that originates from you and how you want to be seen with your customers and so forth. But I just find that they don't get that until you start talking about the big brands. So, like the McDonald's and the Coca-Colas and so forth, and then of course they're all trademark and how and I suppose with the big brands is that you need to look after your branding. But when I talk to clients about brand, they go, oh, do I really have to spend all these monies? I'm just starting off and I don't have enough money, and and do I really need to go down that track? So what do you say when people say, oh, yes, I need a brand, but I just don't have the monies?
Don't have the money, but you also don't have the time. So everybody who's starting up a business is time poor. You don't have time to sit there for hours trying to work out the design software, trying to work out how to use this software and create a logo in the end, which is still going to look unprofessional because ultimately you're not a professional. So I had a client the other day who spent hours trying to teach herself how to build a website in WordPress when she had so many other things she should have been doing. And the end result, I have to say, was very underwhelming. And this is your business. You want to present yourself as professional and trustworthy, and you can't do that with a second-rate brand.
Well, I say to people all the time, you think about it, if you were starting a hairdresser salon, and by the time you get the lease and you do the shop fit and you buy the products and you buy all the equipment you need, you could be up for $150,000, $200,000. I mean, to get a logo on your website and look professional and beautiful and have that brand identity across could only cost you, you know, what, a tenth of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's going to save you time and money in the end, and you'll end up with the right product, so you'll end up with a logo that you can use in various formats. If you try it yourself or you dabble in Word or Publisher, you'll find you'll go to take it to a printer and they won't touch your file. So you can't print from it. You end up with trying to print a low-res logo on your brochure and it just looks awful. So it's not understanding, and that's what a graphic designer will do for you.
And why should clients protect their brand?
The branding is what you want to be known for. It is so much bigger, but a main part of it is your identity. So your logo, all your marketing materials, your website, you want it all be kept consistent, and everywhere you show your brand, you want it the way you want it shown. And it's what sets you apart from everyone else.
Well,
So
I suppose when there's so much branding out there, there is so much clutter, and we see so many images every day. I think I read somewhere it was over 5,000 images every day. So if they don't keep that brand consistent, how do they cut through all that clutter?
That's right. And it's about keeping your message clear. And that's what a designer will help you do, as well as your marketing person, is help you clarify what you're trying to get them to do. And that's all part of the design process. The first question I always ask is, what's your end aim? What do you want to create at the end? And then you work back from that.
Fantastic.
So it's, in the end, there's one clear message and one clear call to action. What do you want them to do?
So if, keeping on that track, if there's one piece of advice that you could give our listeners today, which is, you know, business owners, when it comes to dealing with a graphic designer, what's one piece of advice that you could give them?
Less is more. Everybody wants to put their whole life story, the business history, why you want to buy from everything onto that one piece of communication, when really people don't want to know about you, they want to know what you can do for them.
That's right. Yeah, indeed.
So it's really just how and having some white space helps your eye direct to the main message that you're trying to get people to listen to. So it's just, please don't try and cram everything onto one.
Or use 101 different fonts or colours or something.
There's all those things, but one thing is, if I leave a piece of white space, all kinds of, I can put something in there. It's like, no, please, leave it.
I always come back to, you know, Apple. Apple's a great brand because it's just so simple, but sometimes simple is the hardest thing to do.
It is. It is.
So talking about that, how has design changed over the years? Has it gone from being busy down to clean, or?
There's probably two main things that in my view, that it's changed. And one is obviously our range of communication out there now. So we had, traditionally it was print, radio and TV. So, and everything back then was one-way communication. So you would tell people what you wanted them to do and then they would just go and do it. Where now it's much more like all the new social media websites with blogs and all that, it becomes a two-way communication. So it's now you need to have a conversation with your customers and your potential customers. So you want them to engage with you, you want to have a conversation with you, you want them to trust you, and then when they're ready to buy, they'll come to you. And it's also that social proof where what do other people think about you? So it's now really important, not just, you know, they've got so much with internet, they're so much more savvy and discerning. They can go out and find everything about everything. but having other people's opinion is really important.
It's very important, and also people, you know, you were talking about your websites and keeping it clean and simple. I mean, people only have 15 seconds, or websites I should say only have 15 seconds to make a difference. And if a client has fallen on your website or found your website and then they don't like it, they'll move on because you've got 15 seconds to capture their attention. So that's why I believe.
And you don't want everything calling at you. You want, so you keep it clean, uncluttered, stick with your corporate colours, but have an action colour. Have one colour, and that's the button you want them to press. So
terrific.
It's all about paring it back.
Indeed,
and not yelling at people anymore.
Don't yell. Oh dear. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you have any design issues that you would like to talk with Kim, please go to our website, which is newwavedesign.com.au, and she'll be able to answer all your questions about your current design or about maybe even building a new design. I would love to hear from you, so go to deborahjackson.com.au and leave a comment now. Also, if you have a burning question or would like more information about a subject matter, then send your question or request in. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel, and if you found value, of course, share it with all your friends. If you want even more fantastic marketing information to create a business you love, then come over to deborahjackson.com.au and sign up for my emailed updates. Remember, live the life you want and follow your dreams, and I'll see you next time on Deborah TV.